Hello and welcome. My name is Claudia Eifert. I'm also the Queen of Gold and Silver, so-called, and one of the founding member of Swiss Gold Global. I'm with the company since now 8 years, and I'm going to show you today how you can actually live the life you desire. How you can actually create your own economy. And that sounds maybe a little bit catchy, but that's really what I'm going to show you because I have done it. And what that means is I have done it, you can do it. A little bit of a story about myself before I get into really that presentation. It's going to take around 20-25 minutes to present you this great opportunity. I myself, my background is I'm obviously German, so I try to speak clear English for you guys. But I actually, with 15 years of age, with my mom and sister, we did escape from the Iron Curtain, East Germany, and we did escape through the Hungarian border. That was prior to the wall came down. And when we made it, we eventually made it through, we of course had nothing. We had nothing. We had empty pockets, nothing in basically savings, no cash. Without wealth of cash anyway wouldn't be accepted in West Germany back on a time. And my mother told us, well, you know, children, you got to get a great education. You got to get to school. You got to get a good degrees. You got to study for a great job to eventually be employed by a big company where you can make very good money. So actually that why we escaped for, and that's really to be able to travel, to have freedom of speech, to really do what we would like to do, so that this dream really came true. And unfortunately, I did all this, well, fortunately, I actually did all this, but it didn't work out that way in my professional career because I realized actually that even though having a job, even though having a good paid job, it still wouldn't allow me to do the things I wanted to do. And that has all to do with that webinar, that has all to do with that presentation I'm going to share you, that has all to do with understanding money. And since we have not been taught in university nor in school what money really is, well, we are in this trap race. We really in this rat race or trap where we are in, and we just don't know how to get out. Most people never come across this presentation, unfortunately, and so they are stuck 40-45 years in their life where they trade their time for money, which continuously is losing its purchasing power. And by that say, actually every 8 to 10 years, we would have to need at least make double the income just keep up with inflation. Why? Because money is actually losing its purchasing power so fast and so drastically. Me being German, of course, may you know a little bit of the history, but we had the German mark and after 2000 we got into the euro, right? And all of a sudden, straight away, our wealth was stripped away because prices actually really doubled. But without further waiting for you guys, I'm going to really get into that presentation and show you what you can do, how you can diversify, how you can actually get, like me, paid to save, maybe even become the queen or king of gold, and definitely make a residual income. So as you see in this beautiful page, that's actually a picture I did. If you can dream it, you can do it. That's a picture I did from when I lived in Panama. And actually just a few years ago I lived in Panama. I'm living currently in Switzerland, but I'm about to move to Asia. Why? Because I can. Why? Because I have created this residual income which pays me more money when I sleep that I can spend while I'm awake. And so I can really take my business anywhere. I have no overheads. I don't have employees. I have a business which if I have online, if I'm online, if I have wireless, I can take anywhere I like. And I choose to go to the beautiful places on earth. So I just want to ask you a question. If presented with the right opportunity, what area of your life would you want to improve? Would it be more savings? Would you like to increase your finances, reduce your debt maybe, and build retirement? Or would you just simply want to have more cash flow? Would you want to have more time? Time to spend with your friends and family, travel, lifestyle? Or would it be more knowledge, confidence, and entrepreneurial skills? I know when I started, and I was in fact introduced, I needed all four of them. My money wasn't great, my savings were not great, I certainly had no cash flow because the money I made from my jobs would actually eat itself up, so I'd never had any left over. And the other big thing was I never had time because I was working so hard and so much that I didn't have time to build relationships. I really did not have the time, and so I really missed out big time on that time, and certainly hadn't got the knowledge what money is. I didn't have the understanding. I knew that some folks invested in shares, they made something from the stock exchange and certain things like that. But I really had no clue that our money is losing its purchasing power so fast and so rapidly. Another matter, of course, which I didn't know, actually I had no idea, is that 26% of Americans, and that really applies to literally all over the world, and that Western world at least, the 26% of Americans, they have no emergency savings. 67% have less than 6 months saved to cover their expenses, and actually 45% of Americans have saved $0 for retirement. Well, what does it mean for you? Well, if the half of the population almost has no savings set aside, well, what are they going to live from? Or do they work until they die and work their golden years where they're supposed to have a great time and travel the world? They can't do that. And so this quote really struck me, and well, with thanks to Swissquote Global, of course, I actually found a game plan. So what's your game plan? I'm asking you. Who are on this presentation today. What do you do? What's the game? And now you can do the same what I did, and that is work and trade more, of course, for trade more euros or yen or pound or dollar, whatever currency you're in. And that literally presented me, because I was always after work, after my main work, I went to a actually great restaurant where I worked for a long time in Germany. It was one of the best top restaurants in Germany. So I worked there. Why? Because I needed more money. And I had another job as well. So I worked really 2-3 jobs on top of my main income, just to get by, basically, just to maybe do a nicer holiday somewhere, but not really what I did escape originally from, to be able to do whatever I wanted wherever I wanted, right? Or you could buy a franchise, invest euros, and you get a return. Now you can buy a franchise, and it's going to cost you a lot of money. You're going to have higher capital requirement and of course a high risk of failure. Actually, we know that most franchises do not work out. Most franchises have a huge failure rate because the overheads, the inventory, the long-term leases, the employees, etc., right? Most people don't just have the 100 or 200 or 300,000 what let's say McDonald's franchise does cost you, right? Or you could do what I did, and that's what literally I did. I became business partners with a company who already has everything developed for you, who is professional in their field, have systems and trainings in place, a huge brand credibility, a low startup cost, and a global opportunity. Literally, for less than a half of a coffee a day, I have a business which I can build globally, any country I really desire. For less than a half of a coffee today, I remember when I started my presentation, this was really 8 years ago, I always said for a coffee a day. Well, I can't say that anymore, you see. I have to say for less than a half of a cup of a coffee today. And that's already shows you how many people unfortunately are going to miss out on this biggest wealth transfer in human history. So if you are looking for complete transformation in your financial world, and you really have been trying to put all the pieces of the success together and you haven't got those great results, well, we invite you to look at what is the most complete programs, I would say, for your personal and your professional development. So imagine yourself being a part of a wealth community, of an international wealth community, where some of the most renowned personal development leaders, they actually guide you through a systematic process that will empower you to achieve anything, and I say really anything in your life. Imagine you working together with like-minded people who do share similar core values and passions and support each other to grow and reach their goals even faster. And that's really what the Wealth Club is. It's a community whose purpose is to build real and lasting wealth during any given economic cycle so that you can live your desired life now and for the future. And we have in our program really three pillars, three main elements that really all wealthy people employ. And when I speak about wealthy people, I do mean generational wealthy people, okay? Who throughout generations maintained and accumulate even more wealth. Okay, I don't speak about the very new rich. I speak about those people who maintained and even accumulated more throughout generations. And they employ really those three main elements. That's real knowledge, real wealth, and real income. Now, of course, real knowledge comes a lot from mentorship, and there's a huge need in the world for guidance and for mentorship. If you want to learn from the best, well, who do you go? You go for the best. If you want to know what the rich people do, who do you learn? Well, you don't learn from your broke neighbor, right? You learn from the people who actually can show you the money, not from the talkers, but the ones who actually have it, right? And so this is very, very key. And we have in our programs actually plugged into some really world-renowned, phenomenal leaders, such as, of course, Bob Proctor, author, speaker, and huge contributor to The Secret. I mean, everybody knows Bob Proctor. He is the one living person, I believe, who did apply more than anybody else, Think and Grow Rich. So Bob Proctor, I mean, I think his publications, his books are translated in all languages. He actually, when he met with the founders of Swiss Gold Global, he said, you know what, I don't likely attach my name to companies. I really don't likely do that. I'm very, very careful in selecting whom I work with. But when Bob Proctor saw the mission, the purpose, and I'm getting emotional here with it because I was there, he actually said, I'm part of it. I'm part of that company. I want to be part of that company. That is just really so much, so important, that information to share for people. And of course, his now partner, Sandy Gallagher, partner in the company, of course, president, CEO, and co-founder of the Proctor Gallagher Institute, Sandy Gallagher, she is main contributor in the educational programs you find once you log into your back office. Greg Reed, author of Think and Grow Rich, Stickability. Well, another very, very important contributor to our program. Just amazing guy, met him quite a few times. I mean, the things he went through, absolutely amazing to get where he's at now. Nancy and Don Feiler. Nancy and Don Feiler really great trainers and mentors of how to build a huge global network, huge organizations. Their book has sold more than any other book in our industry. Carolita Oliveros, international business consultant, attorney, she actually co-authored publications with Robert Kiyosaki from Rich Dad Poor Dad. She worked with him for many, many, many years. Philip Judge, author, speaker, film producer, bullion banker, really a big part of our contribution in our mentorship program. James Rickard, New York Times best-selling author of Currency Wars and Death of Money. Just this information which this guy is giving will literally change your life. And those programs, it says here worth over $2,000, but literally it has changed my life. And so I'd say it's way, way, way more worth. But that's really what you get once you become a member or an affiliate with Swiss Gold Global. So the second pillar is really understanding money. What is money? What is it? What is it, this green box or red or whatever color you guys in the country you are? What is it? You know, what is this paper stuff? So money is a reward for the service you render. Money serves actually three purposes: as a store of value over time, as a medium of exchange to make commerce possible, you know, and as a unit of account to measure value. Currency instead, so that paper stuff, the currency is not money, because currency does not effectively store value, and over time the value of all paper currency, you can go back, the first paper currency was actually in China, then we had paper currencies, of course you look at the Weimar Republic, Germany, of course, my history, my ancestors. I remember when I was a little girl and I was playing in the house in those places where you are not allowed to play, where you had all those hidden stuff. I remember we had those notes, 1 trillion Reichsmark, 1 trillion, 1 billion. We had all those notes there and lots of them. Well, what I learned later is they just used it to actually make fire, because it would so drastically lose its value that they couldn't even purchase anything with it anymore. And so, but throughout history, and like it says here, over time, the value of all paper currencies is reduced to zero. That means zero, like with a zero, right? Nothing, none. And all currencies, paper currencies, or all currencies as such, when you go back to the Byzantine Empire, Roman Empire, all the empires eventually collapsed because they deflated their money. In Roman Empire, what did they do? Well, they had actually coins, right? So that wasn't paper, but yet still what they did is they would clip the coins. They would clip the coins, and eventually they would put lower, cheaper metals in the coins. And so that also was a way to devalue its currency. So we are trading your life, you're trading your life for money which constantly loses its purchasing power. So we were told to actually trust the paper, which we actually carry in our pockets, right? But can we really trust it? So you're trading all your life and you're chasing that dollar, those pounds, those euros. And when every 8 years, it's only half of its purchasing power. I mean, really, why do we do that? Okay? Have we not learned that cash is actually trash and gold and silver is God's money? Well, when we just look at a little bit of history, in 1971, the US government actually under President Nixon, they took God's money away and they turned it into man-made money. And never in really the history of the world this has ever happened. In 1971, the US President Nixon convinced the entire world to replace gold and silver with paper money. That's why Robert Kiyosaki is saying this stuff, cash, is actually trash. Because when we look at, we are in 2016 right now, so you are really at the over the cycle already. So we are in a very interesting, dangerous yet exciting time for the people who know, right? In 1913, when we look at, it started with the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve, which is not the government, it's actually independent from the wealthiest people, establishment, the Rothschilds and so on. That's really when it started. And when we look at then 1933, 1944, Bretton Woods, 1971, the Nixon, which I just talked about, it steady that loses purchasing power to now, where actually in 2016 it almost lost all his purchasing power. That means we need so much more dollars in order to get a little few goods. And I'm going to explain you that in a even better way. In Roman times, actually, with 1 ounce of gold, you could buy a beautiful toga and a pair of leather sandals. Perfectly. With that same 1 ounce of gold, 100 years ago, you could still literally beautifully dress yourself, buy a nice fine suit, pair of shoes, etc. But also 100 years ago, with $20, with a $20 note, you could actually buy 1 ounce of gold. In present time, with that same ounce of gold, if you would have that same ounce of gold from a Roman times ago or from 100 years ago, and you could still go to the gold dealer, sell it, get some paper stuff, and with that paper stuff, go into a shop and beautifully dress yourself. It really doesn't matter where you are, where you live, okay? But in present times, if you would have instead actually saved that gold coin, if you would have had that $20 note, well, what could you do with $20? You could really literally not dress yourself anymore. You can be lucky and happy if you can buy a meal for that. And I'm going to go even further. I'm going to go further and to show it to you on an ounce of silver. And I have here actually a piece that's a 3 ounce of silver. 3 ounce of silver has even my name on it. That's actually a product produced by Swiss Gold Global. Really wonderful, beautiful, collectible from King David. Absolutely great. It's a 3 ounce. So this is 3 ounces here. But in 1920, 1 ounce of silver was priced at 0.67 cents. And you could buy a good meal for 67 cents in the 20s. But today, with 67 cents, what could you actually buy? Today, an ounce of silver will still buy you a great meal anywhere in the world. Right now, it's around $20, and we are in 2016. It's around $20, right? So with $20, I still could eat something, right? So, but with 67 cents, not. Another example I'm going to throw in here. And why you really got to understand that gold and silver is the absolute maximum store of value. So in 64, a US quarter, it's actually 25 cents, had 5.6 grams of silver and bought a gallon of gas. Okay. Today, 5.6 grams of silver, which was back then in that little quarter, actually could still buy you a gallon of gas. Still does the same. So has not lost its purchasing power. But if you would have had that US quarter, now in US quarter which is worth 25 cents, what could you buy with 25 cents? Well, nothing really. Certainly not tank your car. And so this really shows you why gold is the money of kings, silver is the money of gentlemen, barter is the money of peasants, but debt, and that's what most people are in. Debt is the money of slaves. And gold is the money of kings. And gold and silver have been most consistently respected form of wealth over 5,000 years. And rulers and empires and the financial elite have always known that. And that's why they always preserved part of their assets in gold and in silver. Not all. I'm never talking about all. But they always have a portion allocated in gold and silver. Okay, and what we have with Swiss Gold Global, we actually have a platform where you can actually become a free member and have access to the gold and silver savings program through our platform, and you can, from as little as $25, set up a set and forget savings plan, and you can save towards gold and silver. And we've got a really great pricing when you do that. You're just really 9% above spot as a free member. But when you become a member or an affiliate, it's a one-time payment of $199 for an affiliate and $150 for a member, then you actually have access to get your gold and your silver 2.97% above spot, 2.97 above spot. And you can set your set and forget gold and silver savings plan from $25 on. You can actually, purchase more if you wanted to. You don't have a sellback fee. You get free storage. You can then convert your silver or gold grams into physical product, have it shipped to you, have it stored for you, whatever you do. It's like your online bank account with of course, the most prestigious refinery Alcohol who produces this gold, and with, of course, their preferred storage via now Loomis, who, of course, since hundreds of years is their preferred storage and really the most secure place for you guys to have it stored. So you can buy gold and silver very quickly and securely, have competitive London bullion market daily prices because we fix them daily, secure and reliable technology. You can track and manage your online account. You have monthly savings. You can convert your grams to bars and private collectible. You can make single purchases at one time. Whatever you like to do, you can easily liquidate. Let's say you have an upcoming wedding. You need cash. You need some cash. You need to liquidate. Well, you just push one button, that's sell, and then with the next fixing, you will get that price, of course, what it's on that next fixing day, and it will be sent into your bank account or PayPal, however you wish, and you get access to cash. You can do that, and there's no fee and on top you have to pay. That's all for free. That's all included in our services. So easy liquidation, no sellback fee. Free storage, as a refiner already said, and it's stored in Switzerland or shipped to you. Or you can do what I do, and that is become the queen of gold and silver and get paid to save. Get paid to save through our affiliate program. And you, of course, when you get paid to save, you actually receive time leverage. So you compound your time and effectiveness. You get residual income, and you earn money while you sleep, as Bob Proctor says. You have got to have residual income. You've got to have multiple sources of income so that you make more money when you sleep that you can spend when you're awake. Okay, and that's ingrained in me. I really learned that through Bob Proctor. And you got to have inflation-proof money, wealth preservation. And the only inflation-proof money I know is gold or silver. That's just the way it is. And when you share our product, Swiss Gold Global is sharing their revenues. When you look at Amazon, makes a lot of money, yet 40% of the products which are sold are moved through affiliates. So with us it's the same. When you share our product, Swiss Gold Global is sharing the revenue. And they use the model as affiliate marketing. Whilst a lot of companies in the traditional marketing space spend millions every day, every week, every month, every year in advertisement, well, what we do is, see, I have my beautiful coin here. Well, that is silver, right? You can really do the bite test if you want, and it's still silver. So that's real. That's the real deal. And through our system, of course, which is the most trusted form of marketing, and that's word of mouth, you love something, you like something, of course, you share that, and you're going to get paid. So commissions are paid when you promote products, and of course, intermediate sales are done. So when somebody gets on a savings plan, imagine that person gets on a savings plan, well, he's not likely to quit that savings plan, right? It's like an insurance policy, and that's the most inflation-proof insurance policy, actually, because when you have a traditional insurance policy, well, you never know if this insurance company is going broke or if they simply change their policies or whatever. I mean, we have seen it. We have banks collapsing. I mean, right now, Deutsche Bank, I don't know where it's going to head to. It's not looking nice, right? And so, of course, here, when you have a person who is on a savings plan and next month they save and 2 months they save and they're saving, I have people saving now since literally 8 years, and every time they save, every time I get a little bit of money. So imagine you're starting out with a few and having a few more and having a few more, you make a nice income, I tell you that. Then, of course, or every time you get a member is somebody who actually doesn't want to do business, but they want to have their preferred pricing on gold and silver, 2.97 above spot, and they want to have access to all the education which we offer here. Well, I'm going to get paid. And of course, from the people who become an affiliate who also want to share this concept and actually get paid, well, I'm going to get a portion of them as well. So I'm building a global network of customers. And I tell you, I have customers who are on more than $400, $500 a month, actually just converting, which is their paper currency, into real tangible assets. And they do that really over years because they understand and they got educated. So you never worry about significant investment, research, development, manufacturing, product sourcing, shipping, inventory, cash flow, accounting, payroll, healthcare, all this stuff. You don't worry because it's a partnership. You get the best training and support by actually Don and Nancy Feiler, who are the world's leading affiliate network marketing trainers. I mean, as I said, you know, their book in our space, in our industry, it's the most sold book ever. You can have so many testimonies of people who literally made them millions just understanding what Don and Nancy Feiler teach on a monthly basis. And this is once you become a member and you become an affiliate, you're going to get that actually included in your $50 monthly membership. You're also going to get included silver. You're going to get 25% from your $50 monthly actually membership is going to come in this beautiful silver, right? Silver, 25% from the $50 membership. So for $50 a month, and actually it's less because you get 25% in silver, you can build a business worldwide. Absolutely amazing. And you can build that business, you know, really without borders. It's borderless anywhere in the world. We may not ship, or Swiss Gold Law, we may not ship in all the countries, but they ship in a lot of countries. And with that, you're creating residual income. You know, like Michael Jackson, Harry Potter, Star Wars, they created a product once, and over that product is sold. This is how you can tap actually into the power of that residual income. By one form is through the shared revenue. That means every time you have somebody purchasing from your site precious metals, or every time you have somebody you know, having of course their savings plan set up or getting the recurring order for their savings plan, you're going to get paid, and it pays weekly. Then you have another income, and that is a fast track bonus. Let's say you start your business today. In your first 30 days, if you enroll 30 people into if you enroll 3 people into your business, you're going to get straight away $70 for each person. That's of course $210. So every time you could just enroll 1 person, you could enroll 2 person, you can enroll 20 person. That's really whatever you want to do, right? How many people you want to share it. Every time you get $70 for enrolling that new person into our program. Then you have a bonus which is called the Build to Bedrock bonus. And how this works is you introduce 3 people and help them each at least enroll 1 person. You straight away made $455. Okay. Now our plan is called a uni-level plan. It's a uni-level pay plan. And in this uni-level pay plan, we teach, that's really what the concept of Don Feiler is. We teach 5 people. You share this with 5 people. Once you share this with 5 people, you already made $350 in commission. You paid $199 to get in. You make already $350 in commission. That means your profit is already $150. Plus, you have silver 25%. Okay? Now, the next month, those 5 affiliates, they have their recurring order, which is their $50, where again, 25% goes into silver. And so already you're making the second month, you're making now $37.50. Doesn't seem a lot. You have $13 into silver, but you break even. You already break even with that. Now, if you help those 5 teach also their people to have 5, you're already having $187.50 monthly income. You duplicate that way down in 4 to 6 months, for example, you could have over $500 income. You could do that in your first month. You can do it in we have people doing it literally in their first week. So I just make it very, very conservative because that's my nature. We are Germans. We're always more conservative, right? Can't type. It's just the way we are. 6 to 8 months, of course, you know, you see you getting a nice monthly income just by helping 5 to teach it to 5 to do it with 5 people, okay? Now, you could introduce 10, okay? And it would look, of course, even way bigger, right? You could do it 4. It would still look very, very good. It really depends what you want to do. It's just we say as an example 5, okay? 8 to 10 months, you see now you're making a residual income of $10,000 on a monthly basis, and we have people doing that. And so with that said, okay, it is a monthly $50. So with $50 and actually, of course, less, because you get silver, you're actually having a business that's your franchise, that's which actually you can get paid for. And that's why I never ever paid anything for my business. I got it really free from day one. I'm getting my gold and my silver accumulated from day one for free. I never paid anything. And you could do that too. That's really up to you how much you want to share this, of course, this concept. And we have, with Swiss Gold Global, of course, we have of course, a career. So you start as an affiliate, you become a manager, team leader, director, and so on. And each time, of course, you achieve a higher rank, you're going to get as well a bonus for advancing a higher rank. So you can start as a free member. You get the Swiss Gold and Silver Savers Program. You have Swiss LBMA, that's London Bullion Market Association certified gold and silver from Arca-Horias, the leading refinery in the world. There are only 5 of those. And none of them is in the US, first and foremost. And Swiss Gold Global actually looks at the other LBMI refineries if they actually met their procedure, their et cetera, right? So this is actually the leading one, Arca-Horias, and we just work with them. We choose to just work with them. Nobody gets in the door with Arca-Horias, so forget about that. But we, Swiss Gold Global, because of our long-term relationship with them, we do have that door in. Okay? Now, as a premium member, well, you're not allowed to do business, but you get access to 2.97 above spot gold prices, have zero sellback fees, you have a Swiss storage for free, of course you get your physical delivery, etc., etc. Once you submitted your papers that you are KYC approved, it's very important. In order to actually purchase gold, you must be, or silver, KYC approved, know your client, okay, so that we all comply with the anti-money laundering, etc., etc. And you get access to a premium education program, and you get 25% in silver already. So it's a one-time payment of $150, and then it's just $50 per month. But as a premium member and affiliate, you're also allowed to do business, okay? You're allowed to do business. You get all this premium education, all what a premium member gets, plus you get personal landing pages, you get lead generation pages, you get professional, easy to share videos, you get experts endorsements. I mean, imagine what would it be like if you could say, I'm a business partner with Bob Proctor. Wouldn't that be great? And of course, you get leading mentorship and business coaching from Don Feiler and Nancy Feiler. And we get an industry expert developed professional training program. It's just $50 more than a premium member one time. Only one time you pay $50 more and you're a premium member and affiliate. And then it's $50 a month. And you get, again, 25% into silver. So when you join as $199, actually $50 straight away go into silver. $50 of that $199 gets straight away into silver. From the $50 later on, $13 approximately goes into silver. So you are accumulating actually physical, tangible silver, while of course a lot of other great companies out there, they have nutritional products, they have cosmetic products which you actually use, but eventually it doesn't store value. I mean, it stores value because it keeps you healthy, obviously. But here we have a product, again, an amazing product which preserves the wealth, preserves your purchasing power. So think about that. Who do you know that wants to improve those areas of life? Who wants to have more money? Who wants to have more time freedom? Who wants to have real knowledge? Well, your next step is choose your goal, commit to your own success, join the team. Let's go, because without a destination, I can tell you, there's no arrival. You're not going to arrive where you want to be. Welcome to Swiss Gold Global, and together everyone achieves more. We are a wealth club and we have an amazing, exciting things going to come out. We are going to tap into that very, very great world, new world of cryptocurrencies very, very soon. I'm just revealing and teasing you, but soon you will be able to convert your crypto into gold. So with that said, thank you so much. Have a great day and share this video with as much people as you can. Thank you. God bless you.